What's up, guys? My name is Addison.
This is Dre.
And today we're going to show you a super simple 2D track tutorial where you take my face and put it on somebody else's body. It's going to look a little something like this. This one, all right? I'm going to take this one and we're just going to throw it. Let's get started. So what we got to do, Dre?
So first we need to take some screenshots of your face.
All right.
Smile, boy. Now do a real sad one. Now I mean one. First of all, you too mean on that one. That's crazy.
Alright, now I gotta take these screenshots that I just took and send them over to Dre and we'll get started. In the screenshots folder, they are.
So, as of right now, I'm pulling the shots. And what I will be doing is bringing them into Photoshop. Create a new file. And we'll just do it regular 8.5 by 11.
So talk to us a little bit about what helps to make good screenshots.
Definitely being able to be separated, enough separation from the background. That's definitely first off. And if you don't have Photoshop, you don't have to use Photoshop. You can cut this in the system in whatever editing program you're using, which will be showing you through DAVINCI. Now, if you're using Photoshop, I'm gonna show you an alternative. If for whatever reason you can't get it, you only have one screenshot or one image of the head or face you're using, Photoshop has a new option to where it'll generate a new facial expression. Now, have you ever used that, Addison?
I have not. This is actually going to be a tutorial for me as well.
This will be the last one. The Mad Face. Mad Addy. That look like that would be on a movie poster.
It sure would.
The Revenge.
Look like somebody took the last Lunchable from Kroger.
That's crazy.
And I saw him do it. He saw me want it.
Stop. When did you actually stop eating Lunchables?
Who says I did?
When's the last time you had one?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Okay, see. So yeah, if you don't have Photoshop, it's fine. You can cut out the head, the faces in DaVinci or Premiere Pro, whatever your editing program is. So as you see right there, we have Mad Addison and Happy Addison.
What if I told you they're one and the same?
I believe you. I would believe you. So now we're gonna do to show you Photoshop's feature of generating a facial expression that you may not have from another image, from the image. If you only have one image of the person's face and you need more facial expressions from that person, but you only have one image, this will help recreate different facial expressions. Then I'm gonna get some of Addison's chin back. Alright, so I'm going to select the image. Then I'm gonna go to filter, go to neural filters. From here, if you have not opened it yet, you'll see a cloud icon. So you'll need to click on that cloud icon, which is just to download it. After you download it, you should be able to see a switch or a toggle button. Click it, and it'll toggle on, and it should be blue. From there, what we will do is toggle this button in the happiness column. So if you toggle it right, it's just going to increase the smile feature. So the more you go all the way right, the more it'll make him smile. But if you toggle it the opposite way, it's going to be a little sadder or madder. So what we'll do, since we already have a real mad face of him, is kind of get it in between. So I'll just lower it some, just gradually, and it'll start processing the new face, the new facial expression. So this is a new way, like I said, if you only have one image of a person's facial expression. So there we go. It kind of semi goes down. We'll do it a little bit more. Nice. Let's take it all the way down to see the extreme. See, yeah. So y'all seeing the difference right here. If the image is straight on the face, that's probably gonna get you the best result, because it's trying to analyze everything to make the most accurate depiction of what it would be. So if there's any angle, if you're at an angle viewed of some sort, it may not look, probably won't look as good. This is pretty okay. Like I said, this is probably gonna be the best result compared to if his face was at an angle, because you kind of see, even from the regular image, it's kind of stretching certain aspects of his face to create that image. But again, it's a nice little feature to have, just I guess for something like this. So we got the images. Now I'm just going to export them. So to export these, all you do is you can select them all, right click, and do quick export as PNG. I'll put them on my desktop right here, and it should be on here. Yep, there they go. Perfect. So now we are going to open up DaVinci. So create new timeline. But yeah, guys, just backtracking. Yeah, so that was the neural filter on the Photoshop. Again, you could play more with it to do more with the facial expressions, but for this instance, we were just focused on the mouth expression. From here, what we will do is bring the faces we exported into the program, drag the face over the clip. So from here, we want to put his face onto the person in this clip, like so. Now, once you drag the face where you want it at, you need to hit these two diamond symbols right here. These initiate a keyframe sequence, so that from there you can track. It allows us to track like we need to track Addison's face to this man's body. So what I like to do, I won't go frame by frame. I'll skip ahead to kind of already direct where the head is going. And when you move it, it will already, if you see how the icon turn red, the diamond turn red over here, it'll already make the key point once you make any type of move. So just be aware of that. Now I'll skip a few more steps ahead. Move the face a little bit, like so. So yeah, guys, so track here, you see it kind of follow, perfect. All right, so that's a rough tracking, right? It's still following throughout, but you see how he kind of leaves it a little bit, leaves it. So now in the in-betweens, that's what we'll start adjusting. And if you didn't see, what I did was click this over here. Again, if you have DaVinci, click this tool over here, this button, and it'll allow me to drag this around. Because if you didn't at first, before I started using this, I was just toggling these around, the zoom and the position, and that actually took longer. So this is actually the easier way that I'm showing you all. So now I'll go frame by frame. Now you still don't have to do every single frame by frame, just enough to where it does what you need it to do. So if I see his face peeking out like that right here, I'm just gonna drag it a little bit, keep it moving. All right, I'm gonna drag this a little bit, keep it moving. Drag it a little bit, keep it moving. So here's a perfect point. if it gets like this, we're zooming in, we're gonna need to make the image bigger. All right. Which is why on some of these, depending on where your framing is at, I usually try to mark all these. Cause what it's gonna do, whatever, if you're just moving, which is the position tool right here, if you're just moving, this is gonna turn red and this is not. So it's not actually marking your keyframes. So you're gonna have to manually press this button so that if it was never pressed and you just all of a sudden try to increase the size, throughout this whole thing, it'll just gradually be increasing size, and you really don't want that. So you want to mark the keyframe every time. If you're not going to ever make if you're going to be making adjustments to the size, but if you're not, you cannot. You don't have to leave this checked. You don't have to check this at all. But let's check this again. Wow. Perfect. So from there, we'll introduce the smile. So I don't think I'll use the third one or the one we created, but that was a good example to show y'all how that neural filter works in Photoshop for this. So this is like an in-between between the mad and the happy. So now we'll bring the smile. And again, what we have to do is hit these dots. So we'll start the process of keyframing throughout. Then I'm gonna move. Now every time I move, I'm going to click it because I know that I'm going to start resizing his head if the camera pans out like it shows in the video. Keyframe just a little bit of the size. Perfect. Readjust this. Now if you want to adjust kind of just the timing of the changes, you can come up in here. Like I said, you can come in here. All you do is hit this button right here, and you can readjust the time of the changes of position between the keyframes. So you can move it however you need to. If you want it to change quicker or slower, you can move it back some. It doesn't matter. Just however it suits you for whatever you're doing. Then the change, yep. For my own creative pleasure, just go ahead and put a little sound effect in there. Again, this is for me, so here we go. And there you have it, guys. And you already know, you come here down to this, if you use DaVinci, come down here to the Deliver tab, set up everything, and you just export it. Yeah, here's a final look. But yeah, guys, that's it. So, I mean, that's all there is to it.
Facts. So there you have it, man. Now I'm curious to see what y'all do with this tutorial, man. Send me a link to some of y'all's videos where y'all put y'all head on various different things. But come on, no, snap! Oh snap! My goodness! Oh, I'm in a loop.
That's great.
But come on, don't send nothing crazy. No, keep it PG.
If y'all looking into using DaVinci more, maybe you just started trying it with this video. Or maybe a video before this. We can start providing some tutorials for instructionals, beginner instructionals for DaVinci.
Just a fact. Catch y'all on the next video.